Today I'm reviewing one of my favorite racing games, The Crew 2. Hello YouTube, my name is BOING and welcome to my video. The Crew 2 is an online-only, open-world racing video game. It's quite an official mouthful for this epic co-op online racer. The game is created by Ivory Tower and Ubisoft. It released on Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, Xbox One and Stadia back in 2018. It's also a sequel to 2014's The Crew, which is also an online racing game set across America. As I said before, this racer is an online open world game where you can roam free in the United States. Well, almost. It's sort of a miniature version created for The Crew 2, but don't worry, a lot of stuff looks like it should, even some streets in New York or Las Vegas seems to match. It's a strong concept which makes The Crew 2 stand out when compared to other titles of the genre. Of course, it's all about racing, speed and rivalry. You can challenge other players to a race, but you can also form your own crew, which is basically a team to complete various races or challenges, and kind of the purpose of the game, in case you didn't get it from the title itself. This time you can race on land, air and by sea. There's a wide selection from cars, motorcycles, airplanes and all kinds of water vehicles to choose from. There's even a possibility to collect them all and tune them just to your liking. The Crew 2 does feature a story. You're a promising racer that's in a tournament, and whilst you're attempting to become a racing champion, you might become a famous character on social media as well. Gaining followers and fame will aid you in the story mode. It's all mixed up with some stiff and sometimes cheesy dialogues. It makes a okay kind of story, but nothing that would break or make your game itself. As I mentioned before, The Crew 2 is only available with internet access, and so it's always required to play. With no offline features, I could see why people dislike this game. But then again, the sole purpose is to create a sort of online and virtual world where you can explore with your friends or race with new players that you will run into. Every finished race will reward you with fame and experience, and also loot. And before you ask, yes, you need to loot all the vehicle parts, and that's the way you collect them. Call it a new genre if you will. How about racer looter? It's a love or hate kind of thing, but I do think a shop to buy and sell stuff would be a nice update. Collecting new loot is kind of fun, but it sucks if you don't get the parts you specifically wanted. I do feel like improving your car isn't all that exciting. You collect loot, apply the parts and increase your car level. It's easy, fast, and some people would call it boring. I get it, I really do. However, I didn't mind it a lot. I like collecting new cars, applying new upgrades, and enjoy the well executed livery designer. Tuning and styling your car visually feels satisfying, fun, and smooth. Applying colors and different stickers to create a graphic piece of art feels easy with this tool. Something I really appreciate, especially when I got this crazy idea in my head, and I'm sure other players feel the same way. You do it and it works. The Livery Creator is a great tool that's well designed. I've played my fair share of racing games and I think The Crew 2 offers the best visual tool so far in my honest opinion. I mean, nothing feels more epic than shredding across the country in your very own created vehicle. Talking about style, you can change your character quite a bit. There's different outfits to collect and equip to fit your playstyle. Of course, you need a place to chill back and rest. The Crew 2 provides your character with a luxury apartment filled up with your favorite vehicles. I feel like The Crew 2 has an okay story, but it's filled up with fun and exciting racetracks and challenges to ride solo or in co-op. It provides great tuning tools to turn your big list of available vehicles in a visual treat. Even though I'm pretty excited about The Crew 2, it does have some pretty rough edges and problems to overcome. There's no denying the game improved from the previous title. It's a worthy sequel that expanded the original idea. Online racing in a virtual America, scaled down to fit into a gaming world with all kinds of different vehicles. It's a great concept, but not an easy one to accomplish. While the overall feeling of racing through the United States is a smooth gameplay experience, there's room for improvement. Handling cars, boats and airplanes only takes a few spins. As always, training will improve your skills. Unless you're in a crew and your fellow rider is very good, he could actually carry the team. For if one of the crew members wins, you all share in the reward. It's one of those features that makes the crew stand out from the other racing games. It's why this game is perfect for friends. Even if you're not that great, teamwork will accomplish a lot in the crew too. Switching between the main three vehicles is fun and creates hilarious or even epic gaming moments. With a well done feature like this, I would have expected more use of it in actual racers. However, only a handful of parkours will use this technique, which is a shame really. Another big bump in the road are destroyable objects, especially while racing off-road in the woods. Imagine you're speeding through an area full of bushes and trees. You just use your nitro boost to get a high speed and destroy the competition and potentially the environment around you. Well, think again. A simple small tree, some big bush or even a wooden fence could destroy your strategy rather than your competition. Cars tend to bump into these unbreakable objects quite a lot, which frustrated me a few times. It's one of those things that I didn't expect in this game, and while I hope to see this fixed, I'm afraid it won't be. Resetting your vehicle after a crash landing will set you back a good amount of distance, which could be crucial in difficult races. Beside a few small bugs, annoying loading screens and indestructible stuff, the gameplay is pretty good. It's an upgraded version from the first title in many ways. The soundtrack features fun beats, and while some games look visually better or more realistic, I really like the graphics. I mean, they look good and they fit well with this arcade racer. Besides a lot of driving at high speed, there's a few missions that allow you to relax and have a chill drive across the states, or just go and explore or complete the photograph objects. There are more challenges to complete that can be found in the menus that involve getting a certain speed or distance and so on. You can also visit one of the 3 different car shops and buy new vehicles, or visit the game shop in the menu for a lot of extras and DLC parts for you to discover. And I'd like to talk about the map as well. You see, the map is an impressive piece of technology. While it seems simple to most of you, the map actually zooms out around your character in real time and is able to zoom in anywhere else, or simply start an event miles away. It's a nice technical part of the game that deserves to be mentioned. While I personally feel like this is one of my favorite racing games, I can see how others tend to disagree due to some game design choices. But then again, that's why I'm doing this video, to help you make a decision whether this game is fit for you or not. If you're looking for a fun, fast arcade racer that allows you to steer all kinds of vehicles from land, air and by sea, then this is a game that you should check out. Driving cars? Check. Riding motorcycles? Check. Fly an airplane? Check. Steer a boat or hovercraft? Definitely check. It's all here and available to do. And while the Crew 2 requires an internet connection to play, you can perfectly finish up a lot of content alone. But where's the fun in that? Especially in a game that's created to play with your friends or meet new players to ride with. The racing and its various gameplay modes deliver a fun experience, and the game offers a lot more to explore. The new vehicles and the switching mode is a big bonus for the sequel. I had a lot of good times on the Crew 2, playing with my friends, riding alone, or just meeting new players and compete against each other. I'm happy to see the community is still alive and kicking even in 2020, even with a lot of new releases and competition lurking around the corner. And while it still competes with some very rough edges, it didn't stop me from returning to this virtual America to ride, fly or sail once again. Smash the like button if you liked the video and consider subscribing if you haven't done so. You'd really help the channel out. Hit the notification bell to stay updated on future uploads, and don't forget to check out these other videos you might discover a game you'd like to play. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more multiplayer gaming right here at BOING.